Welcome to Now's Nonsense. Now guys, typically on this channel I want to give you objective facts, but in today's video I'm giving you a little bit more of a subjective opinion, but I hope that you still find it interesting and maybe take away a few nuggets of small little facts and give you some nice talking points at a party or something. So today I'm going to talk about what I believe to be the greatest shot in movie history. So in my opinion, the greatest shot in cinema history so far comes from Martin Scorsese's 1990 masterpiece, Goodfellas. And the shot is known as the Copacabana shot. So if you've never seen the movie Goodfellas, or you need a little refresher on what exactly that shot is, I put the link to it in the description. I suggest you stop watching my video right now, watch that shot. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And you come back here and you'll have a little bit clearer picture of what I'm talking about. Okay, so hopefully you have a refreshed image of that shot in your mind right now. So why do I think this is the best shot in movie history? Okay, so it's an impressive Steadicam shot, sure, but I think there's other shots that are more technically impressive as a one take. For example, more recently, Alfonso Cuarón's Gravity, I think the first 20 minutes of the movie is shot with a one take, which is super impressive, looks great, and I'm sure was a nightmare to shoot and probably took them so many takes. But the reason that I think this Goodfellas shot is better than something like that is because of the way that it serves the story and serves the movie. So if you didn't know, Goodfellas is actually based on a book called Wise Guy. Now this entire shot is based on just a few lines in the book, words from the main character, Henry Hill's wife, Karen Hill, where she said, "On crowded nights when people were lined up outside and couldn't get in, the doorman used to let Henry and our party in through the kitchen, which was filled with Chinese cooks, and we'd go upstairs and sit down immediately." So this entire moment of the movie is inspired by just those few lines in the book. One of the crazy things about filmmaking is how you can sort of extrapolate that out into this whole visual experience that says all of that, but says so much more as well. Unless you're super into movies or into filmmaking in some aspect, you might not even notice that this shot is one take and there's no cuts. But I'd be willing to bet that as an audience member, even if you don't notice it, you probably feel it on some level. The special thing about the one take is it really transports the audience and makes us feel like we're right there. We're walking with Henry and Karen down the stairs, into the club, through the kitchen. We're seeing all these interactions. The camera is gliding smoothly right behind them. It feels so natural. And so the shot works really well. The reason I think it serves the story better than any other shot in movie history is because we as an audience are seeing the seduction. Henry is seducing his girlfriend, soon-to-be wife, by being so impressive. You know, all these people know him. They're opening the doors for him. He's getting all this special treatment. Everybody seems to smile and like him when he's around. So we're seeing that seduction happen. But we as an audience are also being seduced ourselves. The camera sort of glides into the club. We are seeing this lifestyle that the criminal mobster Henry Hill has, and he has access to. All these doors are opening. You see how smooth and how well everything goes for this person and this lifestyle. So we as an audience are getting seduced into this lifestyle. And that's sort of the point of the whole first half of the movie Goodfellas, if you've seen it. It's like the whole first half of the movie is to seduce you and trap you into the lifestyle and think like, oh, this is actually really cool. And then the whole second half of the movie is the downfall. And this shot in particular does that so well on two levels. Now, there are definitely some technical difficulties making this shot. When you have a 2 minute and 30-second shot like that with so many pieces that need to be coordinated, whether it's the main actors, the extras, the lighting, the camera movements, the pauses, and the movements forward with the camera. So they did a lot of rehearsing, but they actually said that they ended up only shooting this take 7 or 8 times before they got it perfect. And they actually only needed to do it that many times because the comedian at the end, who is actually a real-life one-line comedian, not an actor, when they got to the end of the shot and everything had gone well, they'd pan up to the comedian and he was forgetting his lines. I think the guy was in his 80s at the time, so he was actually having a little bit of a hard time. So they were getting all these really difficult technical aspects of the shot done. We get to the end, which would seemingly be the most easy part of the shot, and the guy would forget his line. So that's why they had to shoot it 7 or 8 times. Now, if you look closely, also, when they go into the kitchen, and I never knew this until I looked at the behind the scenes, they go into the kitchen, they wrap around, they have interaction with all these people, and then they actually end up walking out of the same door of the kitchen that they walked in. But they do such a good job with captivating the audience with all of the small little interactions and movements and visuals and all the feelings that we're feeling that never even noticed that they're just walking into the kitchen, going around the stoves, countertop, whatever, and then walking out of the same door. But they needed to do that in order to create enough time for the shot to be what it could be. We're seeing the smoothness of this guy's life and his interaction with people. Like, wow, he just gave him $20. Okay, we're going through. Everybody likes this guy. We're just floating on through this life. Everything seems so easy, and everyone is just stepping out of the way and wants you to come in this way. And we're sort of feeling that as an audience, which I think is a really, really cool effect. And the reason that that feeling is created is because they did it all in one take. If you've got a different shot in mind that you think is better than that, please let me know in the comments. But those are some of the reasons why I personally believe the Copacabana long take in Goodfellas is the greatest shot in movie history. Thank you for listening to my nonsense.